Hi guys, welcome to Review It. My name is Witness Kevin. I'm excited that we are back again. We'll be talking about things that you need to take note of before you actually go and buy your first car. So our point will be affecting mostly people that are buying their cars on finance or hire purchase. When I check the research on South Africa, almost more than 90% of people buy cars on credit using the bank finance. It's very rare that you find people buying their cars cash. So the first thing that you need to take note of when you're about to buy a car is think about financing the car, because as I said, most people they use finance to buy their cars. So understand how does finance work. Try to gather information on what the banks would want for you to apply the finance and what are the technicalities involved in financing a car, because there's a lot of, I don't know if I should call it a jargon or whatever, but when it comes to car repayments, there are things that are called balloon payments, installments, interest rate, terms, and all these things. So you have to understand what are those things, what is a balloon payment, what is an interest rate, what is a payment period. Because if you don't understand what are those things, you can easily be get they can easily rip you off, and it's a big problem when they rip you off, which means you pay more even when you don't have to pay more. So that's number one. Think about financing and understand all the technicalities around financing. So as much as you want to finance your car, number two, you have to check your credit score, because I think most people they don't care about credit score, whatever, or they don't check it, but other people they do check their credit score. So check your credit score, see how good or how bad is your credit score, because what happens if your credit score is bad, they are gonna give you a crazy interest rate, as much as they see you as a risk for them to borrow you money to pay for the car. But if your credit score is good, they're gonna give you a good interest rate because they trust you, they believe that you know how to handle money. So guys, check your credit score and also read on how to improve your credit score, because trust me, those interest rates they add up into a lot of money. We'll do another video whereby we practically do like finance calculation, and you see that changing from 8% or 10% to 11%, it can end up in the long term, or in the payment period you might end up paying an extra 10,000. That's a lot of money. So you need to build your credit score so that you don't get ripped off via interest rate, or you need to build your credit score so that you get a good credit rating. So number three, once you have dealt with the finances, is you must shop around. Don't just see one car on the internet, they say start paying in 2020, and then you get excited, and then you just jump in, you go say, okay, this is a better deal, I won't have to pay for the rest of 2019. It looks shiny, but it's not the best, if I can say. So just look around, check other cars and see other dealerships, and see which dealerships they can probably give you the best and a better deal on that car. So as you're shopping around, also check for a trade-in value. So what is a trade-in value? So a trade-in value is it's the money that if a dealership have to buy the car from you, that's the money that they're gonna pay you for selling their car. Or when you trade in your old car to get another car, that's the money that they're gonna give you in order for you. They're gonna give you as a form of payment for your car, but it's not necessarily that that's the money they're gonna sell it to the customer, because obviously they have to make a markup, they have to make a profit. So check the trade-in value, understand how much your car is worth, because you don't want to buy a car which the trade-in value, for example, is 100,000, and then you go buy for that car with like 160,000. It's completely a rip off. By default, you've already lost 60,000. So you must always check those things, that you are not being ripped off, you are getting the best deal for your money. And another thing, compare, guys. Don't just see one car and then you're excited, because people who sell cars, they are very good with their marketing strategy. They put things there in whereby it triggers the psychology of your mind. It triggers your mind in such a way you get excited and you don't even think. You just jump in, fill in that Facebook form to inquire to get a car. Compare, guys. Go to one dealership to another and check which one are they going to give you a better and a best deal. So one thing I think I should make sure that I note on this video, it's about that balloon payment thing, or the jargon in the entire payment of a vehicle. So a balloon payment, what is a balloon payment? I will explain it in a simplest form so that everyone, whether you are financially literate or not, you'll be able to understand. So when you want to reduce your installment, they can offer you an option when say you can put 30% of this car as a balloon payment, which means it will lower down your installments. Usually it will just lower it with a 200, 300, and then from there they said you are going to pay 30% of the car after 62 months, 72 months, depending on the period of repayment that you took. So guys, you'll be paying for your car for 6 years, 5 years, and then when you finish paying the last payment, they'll say you had a balloon payment and your balloon payment is 35%. 35% of the car that you bought, for argument's sake, is 85,000, and you have to pay that 5,000, 85,000 in cash. You had an agreement that you're going to take a balloon payment, and then you'll have to pay that 85,000 right in cash. It's not a nice experience. Honestly, I wouldn't advise anyone to go that route of taking a balloon payment, because I personally feel it is a rip off. It is not a good option, even though it might seem like it's lowering down your installment, but it is a rip off. Just imagine after 6 years a car depreciate in a very, very bad way, and then after 6 years your car, obviously it will be probably worth that 85,000 or even less than 85,000, and then you're still owing 85,000. It's doesn't really make sense. So another thing that you must also take note of, it's those interest rates. Don't just settle for a huge interest rate. They said, okay, we're gonna give you like 15, 20, whatever, and you say yes. No, negotiate for a better interest rate. Always negotiate so that you get something good for your money, so that you don't have to pay a lot of money. Because the reality, guys, a car is a liability. A car will cost you. A car will just take money out of your pocket. Other than that, unless you're buying a business car, of course, but most of the time a car is just a liability. And also when you are checking those installments and you say, okay, they said you're gonna pay 3,000 per month, and say, oh, 3,000 is nothing, I can be able to afford it. Remember, you still have to pay insurance, there's maintenance, there's changing of tires, there's 1, 2, 3, there's quite a lot of things that you'll have to do in the period of having your car. So always don't go for the actual installment to take all of the budget that you have for a car. Make sure that your budget for the car includes insurance, maintenance, service, and all these things, so that you are in a safe place. You are in a safe space. You don't overcommit yourself. You don't have put yourself in so much debt that you can't even manage. So guys, as I finish this video, I'll say it is always best, especially for graduates, don't rush. Take your time, plan, and also understand all these dynamics. Save money to at least pull down, to put a deposit, so that your installment can be a little bit down without even putting in a balloon payment, which it will just make your life hell at the end of the day. So guys, this was what we wanted to share with you right here on Review. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on all our social media pages. We are there on Instagram, we are Review It ZA. We are on Facebook, it's Review It ZA, and also on Twitter, we're at Review It ZA. My name is Witness Kevin. Until we meet again, thank you and goodbye.